King44 here, and I'm very excited to talk to you about Armored Core 6 and the Armored Core game series. As an actual Armored Core fan and player for over 20 years, I can tell you just about everything you need to know about the series. So, stay tuned for some Armored Core answers. See what I did there? With the announcement of Armored Core 6 at the 2022 Game Awards, so many people are asking, what is Armored Core? Well,
Music licensing reimagined.
Armored Core is a third-person shooter, mecha or giant robot game. Usually, you take on the role of a mercenary and progress through a mission-based campaign where the missions you choose can affect the story and or future missions available. Players control giant humanoid robots called Armored Cores, or ACs for short. Players can customize their ACs by changing a wide range of parts, such as heads, arms, legs, chest, which is referred to as the core, which is in the game's name Armored Core. Weapons for the left arm, right arm, or even weapon arms that instead of hands have machine guns, bazookas, lasers, or even laser blades. A weapon for the back left, back right, and shoulder slots as well. There are also internal parts such as boosters, targeting computers, special weapons, and generators. Design options range from heavy tanks to speedy lightweights. The primary multiplayer is PvP, with most games allowing split-screen versus, and the last three allowing a limited online co-op. Armored Core is all about customizing and piloting your AC. True Armored Core players are to some degree into the multiplayer PvP. Competing with your own customized AC against other players that are bringing their own unique designs is essentially what Armored Core is all about. No matter which Armored Core game you're playing, there is nothing like the feeling of putting your AC against another human player. You can feel and test what combinations work for your build and refine your design and playstyle. Armored Core has somewhat been an obscure cult classic series. None of the Armored Core games have really been what you'd call a blockbuster title. So, with the lack of popularity, it's likely that you've never heard of it. But what the AC community lacks in number, it makes up for in dedication. You will find AC fans still playing just about every AC game, most over a decade old. Armored Core 6 is looking to fall in line with the rest of the AC series. So, you're going to see that mission-based campaign. We're likely to get at least a peer-to-peer multiplayer with a PvP focus. For the majority of future AC6 players, it will definitely, without a doubt, be a PvP game. While there will likely be team game options, some would say Armored Core is best served in a straight-up 1v1 fashion. I've been playing for years, and that's generally what players in the community really like to do. Here are some key differences of Armored Core from Dark Souls or Elden Ring. You are not a person on foot, you are a giant robot. You do not walk up to people or NPCs and talk to them. When you die, you restart the mission, usually only paying repair and ammunition costs. No RPG leveling. The strength of your AC is determined by the parts and the pilot. It is not a Soulsborne or Sekiro game. Now, some similarities to those games are, you will essentially have a free roam throughout the mission area. In most AC games, you can generally explore the four corners of the map if you have the time. There are often low-level NPCs for the player to fight, followed by higher bosses or mini-bosses. In customization, you do get to choose your weapons, and you could think of changing parts in Armored Core the same as changing your armor in Souls games. Defeating a boss, or a specific enemy, can give you a special weapon or part. And also, sometimes, but in not all cases, weapons can be found and scavenged. You can still play Armored Core 4, For Answer, 5, and Verdict Day on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. There is also a PC emulator that you can play these games on as well as others. If you are into PvP multiplayer, it can be tough to find players to play with. There are a few places where you can join the Armored Core community, such as Facebook, Reddit, and even a few Discord channels, which I will link below. Now, as for why I like Armored Core, or the Armored Core series, I have a bias to mecha anything. I love mecha games, mecha shows, and if it has robots in it and it's on a console, I've probably played it. When I first played Armored Core 1 on my PS1, I instantly fell in love. The level of customization makes you feel like you can have something that no one else has, and in my experience, very rarely have any two people ever built the exact same AC. Taking that special build and competing against others online is exactly what I want in a game, and that's what I get in Armored Core. So, if you enjoyed this video, you can let the community know by hitting that like button. Let us know about your favorite AC game in the comments. Subscribe if you like more content and to get updates about Armored Core 6. Share this video if you know someone that might enjoy it or benefit from it. I'll be coming out with more Armored Core videos soon, so keep an eye out. Thanks for watching. This is King44.